A few years back, I decided to go camping with about 10 other friends on Friday the 13th, which was also a full moon. The trip was only a little over an hour, and I had work the next day. Anyways, we arrive, set up camp in a lovely spot away from everyone else, drink, and head to the springs where we have an amazing time while watching the sunset. Truly one of the most lovely experiences of my life. The majority of us decided we wanted to go on a night walk and enjoy the mountains, which was illuminated by the full moon and the stars. We get out, head back to camp, put on some warm clothes, and start to get ready to head out. Well, half of us are ready to go and the other half are lollygagging around, so it was actually pretty difficult to get everyone ready to go. It was really dark at this point, and people left on their own, so only a few of us ended up actually going on the night walk. So it's the three of us. Myself, my friend who is a girl, and my guy friend and his dog. We did have a flashlight, but most definitely should have had a headlamp for all of us. We're walking uphill for about 10 minutes, and we take a right onto a trail. In front of the trail was a cattle guard. We pick up the dog and cross it and start walking up this trail. The cattle guard adjacent to a couple of barbed wire fences should have been the very first sign not to cross it, but we crossed it anyway. We didn't even make it 3 minutes without hearing some very loud clothes-bee rustling in front of us. We stop in our tracks and homeboy in the front of the line starts scanning the area with his flashlight. When I tell you I have never been so scared in my life, I mean it. Have you ever seen a cat's eyes in the dark? The way they glow is chilling, especially when the cat is bigger than you. So we're face to face with a big ol' mountain lion. It's not more than a few yards in front of us. Instinct kicks in for all of us and we just back away slowly. We back away, back away, back away. The dog, on the other hand, had an instinct of its own and ran off to the side and started barking. We could see her running alongside of us, but a couple yards away. We back away until we can't back away anymore and hit the barbed wire fence. And sure enough, we see the dog is right next to us. So what was that running alongside of us? We shine the flashlight and there's another mountain lion. How lucky were we to run into Mama and baby together? On the other side of the fence was someone else's campsite. We had no choice but to turn around and jump it. We got the dog over first and then jumped it, which ripped all of our clothing in the process. Now we're in someone else's campsite, on Friday the 13th, under a full moon, in the mountains, and completely lost. We don't know where the people are, but we don't care. We got into their unlocked car and honked the horn for about a minute to scare off the cougars. We made sure to clearly yell and let everybody around us know that we weren't robbers and that there were cougars close by. We got out after a couple minutes and were pretty weirded out that nobody came out to check on their campsite. My girlfriend swore she could hear someone screaming or trying to scream, but her boyfriend insisted that we needed to leave the campsite. Part of me believed her even though I didn't hear any noises, but I was also ready to get away from the area. We found the exit of their campsite, and on the way back to ours, I said my final prayers. We got back to camp, and every rustling noise around me had me convinced that we were being stalked by these cougars. I had a full-fledged panic attack in the car for about an hour, and was absolutely covered in gnats because the sunroof had been cracked the whole day. Everyone else was having fun around the campfire, even the other two who had just gone through the same experience I did. The next day I no-called, no-showed at my job and got fired when I got back into town. Honestly, it was worth every second, but man, am I traumatized. Sometimes I'll even have nightmares about them stalking me. Also, word of advice, don't scale a mountain at night in a place native to large wildcats.